Welcome to MURAO Mobility, and today we're going to do a review on Arc Ride Bidii Boda, this bike that you see over here. So I believe you've seen the YouTube ads or the advertisements by Uber, the Uber Boda. They're using this specific bike but plastered in yellow branding, or is it green branding of the Uber. So first things first, to know whether a bike is electric or not, you focus on this area. An electric bike usually has this area covered or looks different, and a petrol powered bike, it's usually the engine. You'll notice the engine. If we go to the basics on how an electric bike works, there's usually a battery, and for this bike specifically, the battery is found on this compartment. So here you can see there are two batteries, so it's a dual battery bike. So I'll just close this, and then from the battery you find the motor. The battery is connected to the motor. And then the motor is connected with a chain that drives the bike. So in essence, the battery is connected to the motor, and then you control the bike through the acceleration and other parts of the bike. So overview of the bike, you can see it's red. Okay, so it's red rims and a black body, so it's red and black. I like the accents of the rims, the red ones and black, but I believe in Africa when it's too sunny, the bike may get hot. Okay, it's black, so you may find that it absorbs a lot of heat. Bike bought new by the owner sits on 17-inch wheels, and both tires, front and back, are tubeless. And then we get to what everyone usually wants, especially regarding range, batteries, and all that. So when you come to the dash, so this electric motorcycle has two batteries as seen. So you can see the percentage of one and the percentage of the other. For instance, here you see one is at 85% and the other is at 83%. On a full range, so let's say from 100% to 0, the bike has a range of 85 kilometers. So those two batteries give you 85 kilometers with about 2.7 kilowatt hour. And the motor is rated between 3.5 kilowatts to 5 kilowatts top or peak. In terms of the cost, I like the bike. In terms of the cost, initially, according to Arc Ride's website, Arc Ride Bidii Boda, the initial cost was 169,999. That's 170,000. And later on the price changed to 199,000. So I think right now maybe it ranges 199,000 to more depending on where you get the bike. But there also offers on paying for the bike on lipa mdogo or paying for it slowly over time. For instance, the owner of this bike, I did not quite get the deposit amount that he paid, but he usually pays for it 340 shillings per day for 18 months. So you can do your calculations. I think I'll add up on matters of the deposit and the deposit. So I like the bike. It's sturdy. I'd say it looks firm, it looks tall, it looks comfortable. I like the seat. So you can see the seat. It's a wide seat. It looks very firm. It looks comfortable to ride on. It has this arc here. And then there's the passenger, and then there's this rack. You can tie down things, or you can tie different stuff to it. On the foot pegs, being that this is an electric bike, it has a resting foot peg there on both sides, so it does not have the gear changing lever, because usually on an electric bike you don't change gears as a typical petrol bike. You can see it. So it has back shocks. There's shocks on the back and hydraulic shocks on the front. On the front you can see it has a low mudguard or low fender. You can see it very close to the tire. Yeah, and that's typically about the Arc Ride. So I'll go to the cons of this bike. For instance, when riding this bike, you can see that there's this part getting very rusty, so means that this is something to look out for. You'll have to paint it over time. So I think it's usually hit with a lot of water or something, so it's getting pretty rusty and it may end up corroding a lot. That's one thing I don't like. On the headlight, this is not the original headlight that came with the bike. It's not the original one. The owner said, or the owner found that the headlight wasn't bright enough and he had a difficult time using it, especially at night. It wasn't bright enough, so he had to change. This is a third-party headlight. Those are indicators. And when you go to the back, there's also one more thing that I do not like per se. I am unsure whether this is an after thing for the bike or it's something that he found or he did. So this part to me seems quite exposed. You can see it's tied down with something quite exposed, and I'm concerned about water, whether water may ingress there and maybe destroy or make the back light irresponsive. You can see there's the indicators. You have the indicators, but I find the indicators are rather small for the bike, but I think they function. Another thing here on this part of the let me open it. So there's this badge. I think they should improve on the glue that they use on their badge, because this one also seems to be peeling off. There was also a badge similar to, there was an Arc Ride badge, but it peeled off completely and got lost. So this part, that for a typical bike, it's usually the fuel tank. It has the battery. So usually take out the battery from here. It's charged at the swap stations, and you'll also use this space as a storage space. But when you use this as a storage space, when you're going to take out this in swap stations, you'll have to remove whatever you had stored up here, and then take out the bike, and then return it, and then return your things. And also the quality can be improved. It can be made better from how it looks like. That's the bike. Here are controls. We have the reverse gear. Here we have the front gears that you can change. We have the horn. You have an USB port there and other buttons for light and other things. These two are for brake fluids. So these are brake fluids. Usually top them up, and when they get, or they wear down, or they not wear down, I think when they get depleted. So this tire, you can see the word tubeless. It has front disc brakes, so the brakes on the front are disc brakes, and also the ones on the back wheel, it's also disc brakes. So there's no drum brakes here, they're both disc brakes. Yeah, so that's the quick review of Arc Ride Bidii Boda. So tell us something that we missed, what you'd like to know, amongst other things. So comment and subscribe, like and share to MURAO, like and share. We shall see each other on the next episode of MURAO Mobility.